Hello everyone, welcome back to this your weekly technological information space. Today we have Manuel Felipe Fanador, Stephanie Chinchilla, and Luis Ariza speaking to you. So grab a cup of coffee, tea, hot chocolate, or whatever make it your favorite drink to hear about the artificial heart pacemaker.
Cardiac pacemaker or artificial pacemaker, so as not to be confused with the natural pacemaker of the heart. It's a medical device that generates electrical impulse delivered by electrodes to cause the heart muscular chambers, the upper or atria and or the lower or verticals, to contract and therefore pump blood. By doing so, this device replaces and or regulates the function of the electrical conduction system of the heart. The primary purpose of a pacemaker is to maintain an adequate heart rate, either because the heart's natural pacemaker is not fast enough, or because there is a block in the heart's electrical conduction system. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Stephanie Chinchilla. Modern pacemakers are externally programmable and allow a cardiologist, particularly a cardiac electrophysiologist, to select the optimal pacing mode for individual patients. A specific type of pacemaker called the defibrillator combines pacemaker and defibrillator function in a single implanted device. We shall be called a defibrillator for clarity. Others, called ventricular pacemakers, have multiple electrodes simulating different positions within the lower heart. The chamber to improve synchronization of the ventricle, the lower chamber of the heart. Percussive patients also can transformation mechanical pacing is the use of the closer field, usually on the left lower edge of the sternum over the right ventricle in the vena cava, straining for distance of 20-30 cm to induce a ventricular beat. The Farrell Journal of Anesthesia suggests this must be done to raise the ventricular pressure to 10 to 50 mmHg to induce electrical activity. These are no procedures used only as alive 7 minutes until an electrical pacemaker is brought of the patient.
Thank you, Stephanie. Well, modern pacemakers usually have multiple functions. The most basic for monitors the heart electrical reading. When the pacemaker wire or lead does not detect heart electrical activity in the chamber, can be the atrium or ventricle, within a normal beat-to-beat time period, most commonly 1 second, it will stimulate either the atrium or ventricle with a short, loud voltage pulse. If it does sense electrical activity, it will hold off simulating. This sensing and stimulating activity continues one beat by beat, basic in scaled Demon pacing. In the case of a dual chambers device, when the upper chamber has spontaneous or stimulated activation, the device starts a countdown to ensure that in an acceptable and programmable interval there is an activation of the ventricle, otherwise again an impulse will be delivered. The more complete form including the ability to sense and or stimulate both the atrial and ventricular chambers. From this, the basic ventricular on-demand pacing mode is or with automatic rate adjustment for exercise. This mode is suitable when no synchronization with the atrial beat is required. Well, as an atrial fibrillation, The equivalent atrial pacing mode is AAI or AAIR, which is the mode of choice when atrioventricular conduction is intact, but the natural pacemaker, the sinoatrial node, is unreliable, sinusoidal disease (SND), or sick sinus syndrome. Yes. Where the problem is atrioventricular block AVB, the pacemaker is required to detect, sense the atrial beat and answer a normal delay, maybe 0.1 or 0.2 seconds, trigger a ventricular beat, and this is already happening. This mode and can be achieved with a single pacing lead with electrodes in the right atrium to sense a ventricle to sense and pace. These nodes are unusual in the USA, but widely used in Latin America and Europe. The mode is most commonly used as it covers all the options, so the pacemaker requires separate atrial and ventricular in the heart. Leads are more complex, requiring careful programming of their functions for optimal results. That's all for today, friends. We hope to see you next time with more technological information on inventions that have changed the world.